imagine a Disney princess kingdom. Not any specific kingdom, just the general vibe and aesthetic. Then add so many sweets. They would give you type 2 diabetes by simply smelling them. And you have the Kingdom of Anquan. This kingdom, on the southwest corner of the Steadfast, was not the largest, nor the most prosperous, nor in any of the most commonly countable ways of power and influence the most of any of its neighbors. But that suited the kingdom and its residents more than fine. For while they didn't have the most soldiers, or the most money, or the most civilians, they did have the most laughter, the warmest hugs, and, with the notable exception of Snapoa's, the best cookies in the 9th world or any of the 8 preceding it. And in the kingdom's capital, atop a tall, grassy hill, was nothing. At least nothing visibly. Much like the kingdom itself, Anquan's capital building, the Invisible Palace, chose to remain under the radar, sacrificing opulence in favor of a nice, well-attended-to hill that everyone could see. In fact, the only way that you could tell there was a palace on this hill at all was the small guardhouse right in front of it. And while this guardhouse looked more dollhouse than anything else, and while it had never, in its short time, had any substantial threats to deal with, the guards within still took their role deadly seriously. And so they were very quick to notice the 3 screaming hooligans falling from the sky. Like comets descending from the stars above, Aggie, Cory, and Mari fell with a thump right in front of the Invisible Palace's guardhouse. Aggie was the first to stand, brushing off her singed hair and yelling at Cory as she picked her up. "Now what the hell was that?" "That," Cory responded, initially defensive, but then more revelatory, "was magic." Aggie scoffed. "Whatever that was," she said, pointing to the sky, "it most certainly was not magic." And, she added, clamping down on Cory's hands, which Cory had already started to flex inquisitively, "we're not going to try it again." While these two were busy bickering, Mari was the first to notice the guards, who had quickly run out to question them. "Oi, oi, what's this now?" A small green gummy bear yelled at the trio, pointing a tiny gummy worm-turned staff in their direction. "You can't just be flying into the Queen's palace unannounced. No, indeed, there's almost certainly some kind of form or document you must fill out. Probably." "Oh, right. Well, sorry about that. It's just that we're here to see the interim queen," Aggie interrupted Mari, slamming her hands on the guardhouse so hard that the little gummy bear jumbled under the pressure. He did not crack under it, though. For as I said, this gummy bear took his job very seriously. "And suppose I believe you, which you should, because it's true. Do you have a pre-standing invitation? Yes or no?" Aggie seemed stumped by that question, knowing perfectly well that while the interim queen would happily welcome them in, they had no such invitation. She looked back to Cory, who was significantly better at lying than she was, to see how she should respond to this. To which Cory just frustratingly mouthed, "You just say yes." "Right, of course. Yes, we have an appointment." The gummy guard narrowed his eyes. "I'm not so sure about that now. I should let you know that if you're up to trouble, you'll have to deal with Dimitri. Is that right, Dimitri?" "Duh." Next to the gummy guard, a giant, colossal gingerbread man, at least 5 times his size, so the size of a regular gingerbread man, nodded his head, staring intently at the girls. Oh, no. Mari laughed. We're not here to cause any trouble. In fact, Gubbins! Before she could finish her sentence, Mari had to pull back Gubbins, who lunged towards the gingerbread man, excited for another sweet snack. As she was doing this, Aggie was busy cooing over how cute Dimitri, the gingerbread man, was, and Cory was scanning the area for a nice ditch to climb into and die. Eventually, though, the gummy guard was able to regain their attention after quite a considerable number of Oi, hey now! Hey, get yourself together! Stop! Now, I don't know what you three are up to, but if you want access to this palace, well then you best provide some sort of evidence that you're supposed to be here. Or I will have to ask you politely to leave. The Scotch siblings have made it to the kingdom of Anquan, which is led by the Brackleberry family that their mother is a part of. This guard, however, doesn't seem to know that, and so will need some convincing to let them in. How do they convince him? Do they provide the cookie-scented letter that Mari has? Do they present the cipher that Cory was given for one of the people working in Anquan? Or do they just go as straightforward as possible, telling the guards who they are, and if the guards don't listen, barging in anyway? Something to note is that you're not just picking the answer, you're also picking which of the three triplets is going to be the one to take the lead in the conversation. So consider that information as well.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.